Good morning, team. Today I am back again with a new requirement. Okay. So before getting into the new requirement, I just want to say, I heard a couple of comments regarding the quality of video, the background, and what is it, some background noises kind of thing. But again, what I want to say here is I'm not bothered about a quality of video here, but till the time, I'm very bothered about whether my message is reaching to job seekers or not. Okay. So that is the only point which I'm worried about. Okay. So I request you not to please look on the quality of the video or backgrounds. Okay. Please look out on the context, what I'm talking about. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Let's utilize this opportunity, in a proper way. I am spending some time, to make sure that all these, requirements are reaching to all consultants, who are the job seekers, because, the market is not good. And, every opportunity means a lot for a job seeker. Okay. So let's not, waste our time looking out on the useless things. Let's spend some time, fruitful time on useful things. Right. Thank you. So now I'm getting into, the job requirement. Currently, the requirement, what I have it is a technical consultant role, which is on Lab Vantage LIMS. I think LIMS is having a different modules. In that, Lab Vantage is the one. This is what they're looking out for, technical resource. Okay, not functional. And it is for a UK-based format line. Okay, since it is for UK-based format line, the work timings will be 1 p.m. IST to 10 p.m. IST. The duration of the project would be 1 year with a possible extension. Okay, in between, if the candidate want to get into the roles of, the format line, okay, we can propose them for a permanent hire also. Permanent hire also. Okay. Otherwise, if the candidate want to continue as a contractor, it's well and good. Okay. And there is, a option of, traveling, to UK. Okay. If, what I would say, if the on-site people requires the candidate to be at the UK office for a couple of days, there is option. This is if only. I'm not promising this. This is if. But the customer said that, to inform this point to the candidate. If the customer want the candidate to be in UK office, okay, all expenses are covered by JLK's Infotech, which starts from your visa, travel expenses, hotel expenses, food, and your transport. Everything will be covered. Okay, there is one point which is discussions are happening on per diem. That also, we will come to know. If they give the per diem, I will directly pay it to the candidate. Okay, that is an open item, which still it is not confirmed yet. That's the reason I did not mention that here in this. Okay, where the start date would be at the earliest, as soon as the interview finishes, right? So at the earliest, and 90% of work is done is Lab Vantage LIMS. That is the reason they're looking for a technical consultant. And this is all about the job description, right? See, if you see the client is seeking a strong technical resource, not functional, to support multiple work streams within Lab Vantage LIMS. Okay, so this is the mandatory. If you have very solid experience around Lab Vantage LIMS, then this job is yours. Okay, and the technical, it's not a functional. I'm telling you, it's not a functional. I think, see, they said it's a rollout content for functional and delivery. So it's for me, it looks like, it is what is a long-term project, because they're talking about rollouts, they're talking about several developments, implementations, right? So it should be a long term. Okay. So I think, there is one more point which makes me to say that it is going to be a long term, because, in my 26 years of IT experience, I see that if it is a long term, then the customer will come with the option of permanent hire. I think you understood what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So these are the responsibilities of the role. Act as a counterpart, system integration, technical integration, the client side, talking to the business people, and the technical side, technical governance, and business standards. All those, it's a general skills only. What I would see here, not very, like a specific responsibility they have mentioned. All are, like a general, what I say, uh, the responsibilities only. I think a senior technical guy, right? A senior technical LIMS lab vantage guy can handle this. The only thing which they have asked is, like should have, like some kind of a leadership experience. Okay, leadership experience. Okay, let me talk about leadership experience. So, what does it mean of leadership experience, right? It is a kind of on delivery aspect, taking the responsibilities of reviewing and making sure the developments are as per the coding standards or business practices, best practices. And second is coordinating within the teams. And third is making sure your scrum calls are going smoothly. So that's where from a leader, right? They will expect those kind of things. And the main important point here is, as I said, as a second point, coordinating between the teams. That is very important for a technical lead, because I also started my career as a web consultant, like yeah, way back in 2000. Okay, so I came across all these phases, right? So that's the reason, like I'm happy to say that, no, my experience is here as well. Okay, fine. So this is what it is. So it is a completely, a LIMS lab vantage role, technical role, 1 year plus duration, UK based pharma, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m., remote contract, completely remote, completely remote, completely remote opportunity, completely remote opportunity. Okay. Start date is as soon as possible. And we need strong expertise in LIMS Vantage. Okay. And, like some leadership experience with good communication skills. Obviously, this is normally for me, like whenever I see these good communication skills, right, I feel this is a nonsense statement for me. I'm sorry to use, some a strong word here, but without communication skills, yeah, how a guy can achieve more than 10 years of experience. So I don't like this statement. Okay, but anyways, customer is customer, right? So that's what, like this is what they're asking for, right? So if you have all these experiences, okay, please write email to hr@jlksinfotech.com with the subject line mentioning that technical consultant hyphen lab vintage LIMS hyphen remote. So this should be the subject. Okay, subject of the email should be subject of the email, right? Should be technical consultant lab vintage hyphen remote role. Remote role. Okay, because we have several different roles also. This role is dedicated for remote opportunity. Okay, so if you have a required experiences, so let's say a decent experience of 10 plus years of experience, right? So let's consider, I will consider profiles start from, like 10 plus years of experience. Okay, minimum 10 years of experience with these skills. If you have this, please shoot your profiles to hr@jlksinfotech.com. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Good luck to everyone, job seekers. Okay, thank you very much and all the very best. Thank you.